So let me explain today how muscle mass is massively responsible for your actual high blood pressure. Okay, now if I could package strength training into a pill, it would probably be the most prescribed drug in the world, right? Because it would lower high blood pressure and fix everything. Now, it would improve insulin resistance, increase testosterone, reduce visceral fat, protect your brain, extend lifespan. And yet, most men, maybe like yourself over 40, treat it like it's optimal, okay? You'll take medication, you'll buy supplements, you'll walk 10,000 steps, but you won't build muscle, okay? And that's why your biology keeps declining, okay? So today I'm gonna run you through why muscle isn't just cosmetic, it's medicine. Okay, and here's what kind of no one really explains clearly. Now, as you age, you naturally lose muscle. Okay, it's around 3 to 8% per decade actually after 30. Okay, and that accelerates after 40, unfortunately. Now, when muscle drops, insulin sensitivity drops, visceral fat rises, blood pressure starts to increase, testosterone declines, your metabolic rate actually slows, and doctors call it just normal or just aging, right? But it's not aging; it's muscle loss. You don't get frail because you get older. You get older because you're losing muscle. There's a huge difference between the two. All right. Kind of think of muscle like an internal pharmacy you own. Every time you lift weights, muscle releases, it compounds. Okay, it's called mechanosis. These act like natural medications. They improve blood sugar control. Okay, increases nitric oxide, which actually relaxes your blood vessels. Okay, reduces systemic inflammation. Huge one. It improves vascular function. Now compare that to cardio, which is, cardio burns calories. Muscle actually changes biology. So cardio is like wiping water off the floor. Muscle is like turning off the tap, right? Huge difference. Now, most men are mopping up the floor while the sink is kind of still flooding. Okay, it's the best way I can sort of explain it. Now let's talk about actual blood pressure. Now, high blood pressure isn't just a heart problem. In fact, it's not even a heart problem. It's a vascular and metabolic problem. Okay, now when you build muscle, insulin sensitivity improves. You lower insulin equals less sodium retention, equals less blood pressure. Nitric oxide production increases. Blood vessels start to relax more easily, okay? That then directly lowers pressure inside your arteries. Now, visceral fat will decrease, that toxic fat around your sort of organs that's choking them. Inflammation will drop, arteries then function better, okay? Now, resting heart rate improves also, and the heart doesn't have to work as hard. So when someone says strength training is just for aesthetics and looking a bit like a meathead, they don't understand physiology, okay? Muscle directly improves the system driving hypertension. Okay, this is muscle medicine, and your muscle, it's the organ to longevity. Okay, now just a quick one. If you have high blood pressure, go to the description below and in the comments section and watch the video on how we actually create a preventative strategy to lower high blood pressure within 60 days. Okay, go and check out the video in the description. Now let's dive back into the video. Now this is where I'll probably upset some people. All right, if you're over 40 and you're only form of exercise is cardio, then I'm sorry, but you're underdosing the most powerful health intervention available. Okay, cardio is fine, but if you're not building and preserving muscle, then you're losing ground. Okay, and I see it all the time. Men jogging 5K, 10K, sweating on the spin bike, doing HIIT circuits, but their muscle mass is declining every year. You might look and feel fit, but metabolically, you're actually fragile, extremely fragile. Muscle is the difference between a strong 55-year-old and a skinny, inflamed, medicated 55-year-old. Okay, the gap widens every year. All right, now let's dive into hormones. Okay, because look, testosterone naturally declines with age. Okay, but resistance training, again, building muscle, increases androgen receptor sensitivity, which improves metabolic health. Okay, and reduces visceral fat, which converts testosterone into estrogen. Muscle then protects masculinity, okay? Not in the gym or in the mirror, in a biological way, okay? Strong men age slower, it's proven. Weak men age faster. It's harsh, but it's accurate. It's something you have to start changing. If you don't prioritize muscle after 40, you're going to lose strength. You are going to gain visceral fat around your organs. Blood pressure will start creeping up. Energy will drop. You start getting sluggish. Recovery gets worse. And cognitive performance starts declining. And then eventually, you're going to rely on medication to manage what you could have prevented, okay? Now, look, I'm not anti-medicine, but I am anti-ignoring the root cause, all right? Muscle is the foundation of this. Now, without it, everything else gets extremely harder as you get a little bit older. And look, if you're serious about protecting your future, you need to be training 3-4 times a week. Focus on compound lifts, the top 5, okay? Focus on progressive overload, adequate protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight, recovery, sleep. Don't train to sweat, train to adapt. Your goal isn't abs, your goal is metabolic resilience. Okay, build enough muscle so disease had a harder time surviving in your body. That's the real mission. That's what muscle does. Okay, muscle isn't just about vanity. Well, that's a bonus. It's about leverage. Okay, it's the only organ you can intentionally grow. It improves almost every major marker of aging. Okay, blood pressure, insulin resistance, testosterone, longevity. You can either treat it like muscle or treat it like an afterthought, okay, or treat it like medicine. Okay, the choice is pretty much up to you. And the choice will actually show in your blood work and your longevity markers. That's all I've got for you today. So head in the description below, all the comments, but most importantly, we'd love it if you liked and subscribed, and only so this reaches more people, so we can get more people off meds, help them living a risk-free life, and educating a lot more people around the world. So take care. Appreciate you tuning in, guys.